Hello, hello, hello.
What is going on, guys?
Hi guys, how are you? I'm having the worst day ever. Thanks for asking, everyone. Yeah, it's 2 days away from my birthday, and everyone wants to fuck with me on the same day. And I think that I just broke the YouTube rule of cursing within like the first 5 to 10 seconds. So, can someone bleep that out? Lucian, I'm going to send you a note to bleep that out. Everyone wants to mess with me today, 2 days before my birthday. Just found out that my doctor is dropping me because my insurance is dropping that doctor. And that doctor I've been going to for 7 years. So I'm having a mental breakdown. But I have some Don Julio.
It's like, please, because I don't know whether to. Let's just cheers.
Cheers. Don Julio, we got some white and some brown, and hopefully your day is going better than mine. And if it's not, I feel you, and we're drinking for you. We're drinking for you. Sorry, Mom. Hopefully you don't decide to start watching now, but you already know the Don Julio is.
They know by now.
Girl, I'm grown, honey. I can't. You know, like you feel like you can kill a person with your bare hand. Well, no, okay. You know how you wonder, you watch something and they say this person killed someone with their bare hands and they strangled them to death, and you're like, how could someone do that? I know now. I know exactly.
Have you ever wanted to?
Have you ever wanted to kill somebody? And that's the show. So it was good having you guys. We love you. We're probably canceled now. We'll have some people call in and calling for our heads. But anyways, this is I'm so sorry for the new listeners.
They're like, what the hell is
that? Ronnie and Ben have nothing to do with this. They did not know the menaces that we were. But we got you. And you guys are riding with us. And listen, we are very transparent with everything, especially me. I will get on here and say the most out-of-pocket things ever. So just get used to that. This is the Bravo episode, obviously the episode that everyone waits for every week, the most downloaded episode, because I guess some of y'all don't fuck with the pop culture episode, and that's okay, because
that was very Raven Simone when I sits in park of you.
Because there are certain things that I don't fuck with too. If y'all don't fuck with my album, my solo album, then that's fine.
Don't I always make music that nobody buys?
Yeah, that nobody streams. Wow. No, just kidding. Y'all actually did like run that one up too. So shout out to you guys. We really love you. Like, this is actually the best part of my day to get my mind off of what's happening, even though it's not going to get my mind off of what's happening, because I have to address some things that are going on, and I have 4 shots of tequila with me. So, Aaron, if I'm going too far, you need to just cough twice, because I could literally.
I'm gonna be like.
Please, because let's just get it out of the way so we can have fun. The Bravo episode, y'all been seeing the headlines. Dr. motherfucking Jackie, the bitch that had so much to say, about Black women crying wolf in the healthcare industry, when I'm going through that same shit right now. I can't send her nothing but a thought and a prayer, honey. Just like when you were on that episode and you literally took Buffy's health information and told everyone about it, and Aaron don't want to talk about it because it wasn't her finest moment because of Dr. Jackie.
Okay. We're going to stop. I want to start off by saying, because I have been preparing for this, I knew we were going to have to address it at some point. I knew that this episode was most likely going to be the episode. And I will say, as a Dr. Jackie fan, I am very disappointed. I feel like it was very irresponsible for her to say something like that on the platform. Of course, do that during the time they were taping with Buffy. You know, Buffy came out. I feel really bad for her. It's unfortunate. I wish that we could have seen her say something like this earlier. I wish we could have seen an interview. But maybe she felt like now was a more appropriate time to speak out. It was just, it's very unfortunate. I also seen the apology. Well, not really an apology.
She didn't apologize at all.
But It was more so her going into more detail of why she said what she said, and yeah, it wasn't an apology. It wasn't really taking accountability. A lot of people compared it to how they expect Quad to take accountability, which I do feel like these are two different issues.
Quad is just show stuff. This is real life stuff.
Yeah, this is real life stuff, and I definitely feel like when it comes to being a doctor and having being such an influence, you have to be more responsible with your words, and you can't say things like that because you should be the advocate for Black women and making sure that they get the care that they need when it comes to going to the doctor, when it comes to going to their OBGYN. Did I say that right? Because I always say that wrong.
No, you said it right. You got that the brown in you makes you a scientist. I got that white liquor in me, so I'm ready to rip the bitch apart.
I see, but it was just very disappointing, honestly, to hear that. And they on her ass. I mean, between Buffy, between Mariah just came out. She said, I've been seeing how Dr. Jackie was, but a lot of people didn't listen. They also revisited that other clip where they said people hold Dr. Jackie to a higher standard and almost like she's the Jesus of married to medicine. And after some time of thinking about it, I do feel like I also hold Dr. Jackie to a higher standard just because she, aside from some of the things that she said, which we're talking about, she's been the more responsible one as far as making sure the group is together, making sure the relationships don't remain rocky when they're in a rocky place. So it's like, in a sense, I do feel like that's my auntie, like my great aunt. So it's tough. I'm going to do my arm fold. It's real tough.
Aww.
I know a lot of people. And you know what? I do feel like she should be held accountable. I do feel like she should be held accountable. And that's where I want to leave it. I do feel like she should be held accountable. And I don't think these ladies are wrong. Now, do I feel like she has a good heart? I do feel like Dr. Jackie has a good heart, but I feel like what she's saying is very irresponsible, and she just needs to do better. So is that? Did you want to add anything to that?
Fuck Dr. Jackie, because honestly, like I 100% respect her as a doctor, and I think that on Married to Medicine, it's not necessarily her holding the group together, what I respect her for. I respect her because she's seen every Black vagina in Atlanta. So she's a great doctor. I will never take that away from her. She's delivered hundreds of babies before I was even born. She's a great doctor. I think that we just, how clips are. Clips will get you fucked up. You can take literally anything that I'm saying right now, edit that shit, put it in the wrong context, and I'm out of here.
And I just hope that y'all don't do that, like, ever, because then I'm going to have to be like, play the whole episode.
And then I saw it in context, but it was no better. But so I don't know what to say about that. But all I can say is that she's a great OBGYN. And I think that she just had a bad moment. And I am disappointed only because she has had cancer. Where is the sympathy? Where is the empathy?
And a lot of people are also bringing up the fact that she does not understand, unfortunately, certain things when it comes to Black women specifically carrying a baby, because you remember the whole thing that Mariah brought up with her not being able to conceive a baby or give birth, and her...
That's tricky to get into. I definitely, she has fertility issues, point blank.
Right. So I feel like it's a very, when it comes to that, it's very tricky. So I tried to
Yeah, no, I'm not even bringing that up. I didn't even bring that up, and that is a good point because they did bring that up. But my point is, people, women, and then even more Black women are not listened to by doctors. Going through it right now. going through it every day. And to see that it was a Black doctor saying it.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I feel like, damn, I dropped my, hold up. With that being said, I feel like we just caught her in a bad moment. And also, it should not take away her amazing moment with Kamala Harris. Because this came right after she spoke to Kamala Harris on Married to Medicine, which she was, obviously going for the betterment of Black women having babies and the better treatment of it. So I don't think that this whole scandal of what she's talking about should overshadow how far she's come and what she's doing to protect Black mothers and make sure, because our mortality rate is, like, I'm not a mother, but like I already know the statistics. Like, we're a first world country and we're having Black mothers die during childbirth to the point where more Black women are trying to give birth at home. Like, that should not even happen. So if we go besides just being a mother, just being a person who has to go to the doctor, we are not believed. We're seen as dramatic and all that stuff that she said. And it's because of doctors like her who said what she said. So fuck her for that. But I don't think that it should take over the fact that she is still doing great work. And I thought that when she came out with a statement, she would clarify, she would apologize, she would do something that made it better. But the statement that she came out with was just addressing that a clip is floating around with no context and blah, blah, blah. No, babe. We want answers. We want an apology. And I feel like if she apologizes, she would be fine. That's it. All you gotta do is just say, sorry, my bad. Empathize, sympathize. Shut the fuck up. But at the end of the day, she's not seeing regular people. She's seeing the best of the best. I will never go to her. I don't care how big I get. Hearing that that's the way that she thought even at one point, even if she doesn't think that anymore, I still just don't understand how she could say that when she has went through cancer. You were a Black woman who's going through cancer. You probably had a doctor who didn't believe you were in pain. Like, you don't, like, even if you haven't gone through it, you empathize with it. Period. So it's an issue that I'm definitely touching on. And it's very disappointing. But I don't want this to overshadow the work that she's doing, because that is the important part. If we just literally focus on that, then that's going to fuck up like the progress that we're going to make with her talking to the vice president. Like, we had Kamala Harris on Bravo, y'all. We had her on Married to Medicine. Like, how amazing is that? So to change tunes, I wanted to put this on our stories or on our timeline. We could just put this in the episode guide. Fuck all the Dr. Jackie shit. If she had a problem with me, she'd come and address me about it, or my mama about it, because we'll both stand on 10 tones about that. But I want to know who would win in a cackling contest: Dr. Jackie, Tia Mowry, Dr. Simone, or Dr. Heavenly?
Dr. Heavenly.
So you think Dr. Heavenly could out-cackle Kamala Harris? Kamala?
Yeah.
Out of all the clips you've seen?
Yeah.
Even her, when she went to Arizona, she was like, hey, Arizona.
My favorite one is the Thanksgiving one.
Oh my God.
Because it's very relatable.
No, same. That's me. Like, people wonder why I just don't take anything serious. And it's because if I do,
in my face, I'm
going to giggle, babe. I'm going to have a silly goose time. I don't care if I'm like the leader of the free world. I'm not the president. I'm just the vice president. So I feel like that should give me a leeway to cackle. Like, if we have the president, he's falling down. So, babe, at least I'm not falling down. I'm just cackling a little bit.
And Joe still has his cackles too.
He does.
He does.
Yeah. God bless Joe. But her, the cackle queen, I love her. I love her. I love her. I love Tia Mari. The other ones I don't love so much, but I love Married to Medicine, and I love that what they provide. And that's pretty much it. Let us know. I think that before I forget, because I'm 4 shots of tequila in, and I did not eat anything all day because I've been doing bullshit all day. Let us know who you think will win in a cackle contest. That's our pot, sir. Kamala Harris, Tia Mari, Dr. Simone, or Dr. Heavenly. And Aaron thinks Dr. Heavenly.
Yeah, I definitely think Dr. Heavenly. Are we missing anything from Married to Medicine?
Yeah. What do you think about what Mariah said? Because you're the Married to Medicine expert. I want to know what you think.
Let's get into it, y'all.
I want you to take that over with, because I'm literally going to fall over.
I don't mind, though, because I have been looking at this stuff all weekend. And when I say they have been stressing me the hell out, it's to the point where I'm like, God, I wish Mariah didn't come back. And say something like this. Can you wait till at least 2024? Because we just had Buffy, and now we have Mariah. It's too much.
Y'all don't be listening to Buffy, though. Don't front. The only reason this went viral is because it went on the Neighborhood Talk. And you know what? I'm not going to say that Quad sent it in.
You think that Quad sent it in? No, I do think, because Buffy's been watching this season, I think Buffy sent it in.
Buffy watches every episode.
Y'all are going to hear me.
But it's I'm sorry, no offense. She watches every season, but no one listens to her. She always talks about the season. She always brings up what happened.
Oh, yeah.
So it's it had to be someone of relevancy. And since I think that this is the episode that they kicked Quad off, baby. Because I would do it. I'll tell you straight up, like Suki Hana said, I would do it.
The only reason I don't think it's Quad is because in the video she stated that she was here for sweet tea. So I was like, okay.
Okay, what do you think about Mariah?
Beautiful gowns. I thought she made some points. When it comes to Dr. Jackie, I definitely thought she made some points. They also revisited that clip from, I want to say, second season where her and Dr. Jackie got into it. And like I said, I've seen both sides. I mean, I can't disagree with Mariah. I think that she's right on. I think that she should come back to the show. I was also very happy to see that she was open to having a conversation with Quad. She did not like that funeral episode. And that I kind of figured. She thought it was overly dramatic. And she also stated that she felt Quad was above that in doing all of that. So it seemed like she was kind of team Quad, kind of team black woman, supporting another black woman and just being here for her. I would like to see that conversation happen. Like I said, I want them to join forces and come back strong for next season. I think that would be really good for the show. And honestly, we can get rid of Dr. God, I always forget her name, but the new one.
Alicia.
Dr. Alicia. It's time to go. It's time to go.
I don't know her, so she can go, she can stay.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it's too late in the show to really get. Well, I'm not gonna say. We'll see. Did you? Are you here for Mariah coming back? Well, you said you're here for Mariah coming back.
Everyone wants Mariah to come back. Everyone who's anyone wants Mariah to come back. I think that they should bring Mariah back. I think they should listen to us. I think that Mariah's... Okay, so I watched the full first part of... In case you guys didn't know, what's his name?
Carlos King.
Carlos King had an interview right after Married to Medicine dropped. 2 hours, which I thought that it was going to get to everything. But I got to the end of the 2 hours and he said that was the end of part 1 and I felt bamboozled, bedazzled, hoodwinked, kerfuffled. But whatever, because it's Quad. So, and what Quad said was not that she related to Mariah, but she said, I see now. Because everyone wanted her to take accountability about how when they pushed Mariah out, that was everyone's number one spot. Everyone's number one thing to talk about. Did you see what, did you feel, he asked her straight up, do you feel the same way that Mariah felt? Can you relate to how Mariah felt? And Quad said, I see now. So when the interview with Mariah came out with All About the Tea, shout out to All About the Tea. Y'all messy as fuck, but y'all got the tea, period. She said that she seemed like she was open. And they asked Quad, does she miss her friendship with Mariah? And she said that she missed the laughs and having fun. So it just seems like they are both open. So if we can literally, if this is leading up to a Quad and Mariah reunion, they can get rid of everyone on that cast other than Heavenly. Sweetie can stay just because Quad's going to be on it. Otherwise, she can go. Heavenly.
That's it?
Who else is on there? I'll tell you. Go.
You have Dr. Jackie.
Go. She can go.
Dr. Simone.
She can go.
God.
So we can build around that.
Toya.
She can stay. Toya can stay.
Toya can stay.
Toya can stay only because she is down to clown.
Okay. I mean, yeah. It's tough for me. I actually want, because I love Married to Medicine for its original cast.
I'm just saying, this is still,
yeah.
I'm not complaining about the show at all. Even with, I will say this, and I'll stand 10 toes down. Even with the treatment that Quad got, I'm upset about it, but I'm still excited for the rest of the season. And let me be clear about that. I want to see what happens with Sweet Tea. I want to see what happens with Heavenly. I want to see what happens with all of them, especially when they're going back to, what is that place called that they're going back to? Is that Georgia? Where Simone and Curtis had that whole thing.
Oh, I know.
The vacation spot.
I know what you're talking about. The little marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That looks like a fun trip. And fun, I mean messy. So I feel like it's going to be a good season and continue to be a good season. And I'm tuned in because Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and Real Housewives of Miami is what's saving Bravo for me. It's what I'm looking forward to most every single week. Until Vanderpump Rules comes out, because I don't care what y'all say. Vanderpump Rules and Ariana and Thompson, like I don't care. I don't care that y'all not feeling Ariana. Like, and mind you, we're not even the biggest Ariana fans, but she's gonna make some people so mad on the show. I don't want her to make y'all mad because I want y'all to be happy with these shows. I want to get on social media and I want to agree with y'all. I want to be like, haha, I saw that moment. I want to be like, haha, how cool is this me? I want you guys to have a good time like I'm having, but that's just not what is happening with certain shows, and that is not happening with certain of my faves. And y'all are already pissed off at Ariana, and all the girl did was get cheated on and not lay down and die. Did you want her to die?
I think it's like they don't understand. They're not necessarily tired of Ariana, or they don't hate her. But they're tired of talking about the stuff between her and Zon the Bull. Because I mean, I'm tired of talking about it too, but I think people don't understand. The media is pushing that. It's not like she's on a docket every single day and she's like, this happened to me, this happened to me. The only thing she's doing is just responding to what she's being asked.
She's responding to what she's being asked, and she's also thriving.
Yeah.
She's making millions off of it.
Maybe people didn't want to see that.
And she's making her castmates millions off of it. She's buying bitches' houses with her scandal. Lala. And that's a fave. So even with the trailer, you saw what happened. She's like, I never saw anyone get cheated on and suddenly they become God. She's not God. People are just like, wow, so many people have been cheated on and they weren't able to bounce back like Ariana. So it's just like, it's great to see her on Dancing with the Stars. It's great to see her have a book. It's great to see her on Love Island. It's great to see that she is not taking shit and like having to bow down and literally film with Tom. You think I want to film with the man that fucking cheated on me?
Listen, and that's the second pot stir too, because I want to know, why do y'all dislike Ariana? For those of you that do dislike her,
if you dislike Ariana, I could understand if it's because you feel like I felt at the beginning. It's like, you know, you kind of reap what you sow, but this is not that. The way that they got together, and if you're not feeling that, I get it. But what y'all are mad about is that she's everywhere doing everything and that she doesn't want to film with Tom. What?
Well, they are giving her like lifetimes. They're just throwing shit at her at this point.
Okay, and good.
They're like, you want to be on the back of a fucking dollar bill? Come on.
Yeah. The fuck? I just got you.
You want to have your own bag of rap chips with Trina and like Lil Jon and Gucci Mane and like,
rap snacks.
Rap
snacks. Something about her rap snacks. Come get them.
That's
a honey mustard sandwich. Rap snacks.
I'm pissed about my rap snacks.
What happened?
Because I literally ordered the.
Did you order the Nicki Minaj one? Oh
no, I have the Migos ones, and somebody opened them, and I was like, "What?"
It was me. It was me.
Why would you guys do that? Like, that was so weird.
Because they wanted to taste like what it tasted like.
Listen, and it was dangerous because I'm like, I don't know what you guys did with it, but I can't
eat it.
I closed my eyes and I still ate one at the bottom of the bag.
You're going. In 20,
I didn't care because 48, I was like, listen, guys.
Your stomach growls in 2048 and you're like, what's happening to me? I'm so glad we have the archives. It must have been that rap snack from 2023.
It pissed me off so bad because, like, I don't know if you guys remember the episode of Codename Kids Next Door when all she wanted to do was try that ice cream. That's how I felt. It was 2:00 in the morning. I wanted my rap snacks. I was excited. Okay, I had a vanilla Coke to go with it. I was gonna taste the rap snacks. I was not gonna wait another minute.
I see that. Unfortunately,
and I just like waved it in the air a little bit, and I was like,
God bless the germs. Devil eat the worms.
God take care of me, and he did because nothing's going on.
Okay, and you know what? I'm gonna keep that.
Oh, please.
Nothing is going on.
Because nothing is going on. Y'all remember that, and y'all hit up.
And I'm suing the
out of rap snacks.
Migos, Quavo, Offset.
The last thing in Married to Medicine housekeeping, because I know we moved the BPR that I wanted to shed light on, was Quad's interview versus the episodes that Heavenly makes with Carlos.
I didn't catch Heavenly's. Because it was just so much going on.
It was a lot. It was hard for me to keep up. I was literally all over the place. I looked at all of this at the same time. And with Dr. Heavenly and Carlos Kings, it was really Heavenly doubling down on what she feels and how she feels. She said that Quad did not lie in the interview, but she said that she does dance around the truth a lot. I will say I like, and I want to stand on this too. I don't feel like Heavenly is against Quad. I do feel like, she puts out what she has to put out to promote the show and be a little bit messy because that's how she is. That's who she's supposed to be on the show. But I feel like she is true to Quad. I do feel like she has Quad's back and best interest at the end of the day, despite how she might have moved with the other ladies. Because it's also a lot of stuff that we did not see, which hopefully we get to see at the reunion. And that's what they were talking about too. So I'm gonna say that I'm team right now. I'm team Heavenly and I'm team Quad. And I'm team getting Quad back on the show and getting Quad in better circumstances. And I want to see Quad in a better light. I don't like how Quad is being painted right now. And that's all I want to see. I don't want to see the demise of the other ladies because I know a lot of people who are Quad fans, and trust me, I'm a Quad fan. They feel like they have to tear down all the other women and dig up stuff.
No. And that's why I'm not going to him. I know y'all think I went ham on Dr. Jackie, but trust me, I had a lot more to say as firsthand experience. But I don't, that's why I'm like, this is weird that this is coming up right now. This is weird that this is coming up right now because Dr. Quad is, not Dr. Quad. I wish he was a doctor. That sounds so good rolling off my tongue too, Dr. Quad. Dr. Jackie is very heavily respected and I want her to continue to be respected and continue to service people and to continue to work with the vice president. So I want the best for the ladies and I don't want anyone off the show. Even Alicia can stay because she don't do shit. So they show her and she's smiling. And she was the only one who said that Quad could stay with her.
Oh, well, she didn't. She hasn't said anything but one word.
And it was yes.
Like, listen, she's like, I just got here. Like, that's what he's telling me. I don't know what you got.
It's my third day.
But I just got here. I'm not going to turn on anybody just yet. It's just sad to see. Y'all really need to get it together. Because this is too much. Get Mariah back on the show. Hell, make Buffy a friend of again so she could get the stuff off her chest. Actually, do a wild and out battle with Dr. Jackie and Buffy.
No, don't do a fucking bad versus wild and out battle with Dr. Jackie and Dr. Buffy.
I want to see.
Is it Dr. Buffy? No, it's Buffy.
It's just Buffy.
Buffy Purcell.
Buffy Purcell. Yeah, but that's all I gotta say. Because y'all have been stressing me the hell out. I didn't know how I was gonna defend everybody because these are my girls.
Yeah, I'm just glad that I had 4 shots before I really said what I wanted to say. Because right now I'm down to clown. But before I was gonna get in that ass, you trust and believe I had points. I had bullet points, but my phone is across the room right now because I needed to be on time for this shit. My phone is across the room right now. You guys are like, my phone's across the room, but my bottle of alcohol is here, and John Julio agrees with whatever the fuck I said. Did y'all see Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? That's what I really wanted to say. Did y'all see Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Let's talk about that. That was the housekeeping. That was the Bravo Liberty. Let us know what you think. If I'm wrong, I'm not sorry, but I want to hear your side of things. Like, I'm very open. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Great episode, but the first thing I need to get to is they think that Monica is behind the accounts. Now, when we were on here with Ronnie and Ben, I said, who do y'all think? Do y'all think that Meredith is behind this? People thought that Meredith was a little bit too quiet, so she had to have something to do with it. Other people thought, I don't know what they thought. But a lot of people think right now that it's going to be revealed in the season finale, which is not this upcoming Tuesday, but next Tuesday. Yeah. Which I hate, by the way.
A lot of people that were like, the Housewives of Salt Lake City finale tonight. And I was like, wait, they don't say the finale.
And guess what? They're skipping a week, babe. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but guess what? They're skipping a week. So.
Oh, thank God.
Anyways, as I was saying,
I wanted to react that.
I'm gonna go on. Moving on, they said that she's behind the profile called Reality Von Tease, which I feel like a while ago they definitely followed us. So if she's behind that profile, that's what would be funny.
But do you really think that it's Monica?
I don't know. I've heard so many things about what this phone call that Heather is going to get is about. I've heard that it's about the fake profile. I heard that it's about Monica being the one who's suing her. I heard that it might not be about either of the things that we're talking about. But wherever it is, it better be worth it, and it better not be another black eye, because I'm going to give someone a black eye if it's about another black eye. Like,
you know what? I don't know, because Heather said that she had Bell's palsy at one
What
point.
the fuck does that have to do with anything that we're talking about right now?
Listen, because you were talking about the black eye thing.
Okay, go ahead. Because I was.
Did the black eye have anything to? When she said that was like one of my notes. It kind of brought me back to the black eye thing, and I'm like, was that the reason that did she blacken her own eye?
Okay, I'm still trying to get
because.
Okay, I know I'm a little bit drunk right now. So, what does her having Bell's palsy? How does that lead to her blackening her own eye? Connect the dots for me.
Because I kind of felt like maybe she didn't want people to see, because sometimes it happens. And maybe it was happening to her at the time and she didn't want people to know.
Do you think that so you think that she's getting Bell's palsy? She had Bell's palsy again.
Yeah.
And instead
and this is all allegedly. This is all just in my mind.
I'm still trying to break it down. So you think that she possibly had Bell's palsy again, and instead of talking about how she had Bell's palsy, she blackened her eye to say that she had a black eye, and that's the mystery that you solved on your own. You know what? I would have never came to that conclusion, but I respect the way you think. And you know what? I think that if I was Heather Gay, I would be taking notes right now. And I would say exactly, Aaron of the Bravo We're Black podcast finally said what I couldn't say. I had Bell's palsy again. I blackened my eye. And that's the real tea behind the black eye. But what do you think about Monica being behind the accounts?
I think it was Meredith.
Ooh.
I still think it was Meredith. But I do think that Monica and Meredith. I think that Monica and Meredith are in cahoots. I think Monica and Meredith are in cahoots, and I think that Meredith probably told her what to say.
Ooh.
And maybe she said it either A, she said it the wrong way, or B, she said it exactly how Meredith wanted her to say it, but now Meredith is like, I didn't say that. You said it.
So Meredith pulled the 1-2 on her.
Yeah. Okay. And I think that's why Lisa was going off. She's like, I cannot believe that.
Because she's like, it's both of you bitches. You're playing in my face, basically.
Yeah. But she did give Monica credit because she's like, at least Monica's standing on it. Your ass, on the other hand, you don't want no parts. And I do think that's the thing with Meredith. I like her a lot, but I think she throws rocks and she hides her hands all the time, and she makes it seem like she doesn't say anything. It's like, I 100% believe that Monica and her had this conversation. I believe everything that Monica is saying. I really don't think that Monica is a liar. I think she's a lot of things, but I don't think she's a liar. And I mean a lot of things, but she's not a liar. I don't think that.
Damn. That's something. That would be crazy if we find out that they were teamed up.
Because it's weird how this.
Because here's the thing: if they are, Monica's going to let it be very clear. Because Monica said that, don't worry, everything is going to be revealed in due time. So we got 2 weeks to sit and wonder and wait.
Lie. I'm kind of here for Monica now. After this whole situation, I'm like,
you can stay.
You know what? You can stay.
This is the thing. She ain't got no friends. Nobody fucking with her. So how is she gonna stay?
Isn't Lisa kind of okay with her?
I'm talking about as of now after the reunion. Because you saw at BravoCon, she was by herself. We didn't even see her. She was still by herself.
Well, things do change between then, and I'm pretty sure she knows what she has to do. You kiss their ass a little bit, and you eat crow.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
And you will at least be on good terms by that time with at least 2 people. You can kind of slide up.
And if it is Meredith, she can go and be friends with Meredith. And then Meredith has Mary, and she also has Mary. If they decide to bring Mary back, it could be Mary, Meredith, and Monica, the triple M's.
And, I agree. I would like to see that. I'm also a little disappointed because I want Lisa and Meredith to stay cool.
Right. I like them as friends much more than enemies. Like there is just like the show vibes. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, even though they're cousins with Whitney and Heather, I like when those two fight.
But here's the thing too, that kind of made me like, so when they said they were cousins, had they just found out like in that moment?
They had like, well, maybe not in that moment, but they found out recently that they were, and they're not first cousins. They're like related. Okay. So that's why they don't act like cousins.
Because I was like, wait, what?
Because I'm like, these bitches hate each other.
Forgot, because the way Whitney was like, yeah, Heather brought me up in her book, and she said that Whitney threw her panties across the room and like all this stuff, and brought up how they met, and I was like, this is just weird. I do understand what Whitney's saying. Why would that be what you bring up in your book? If you're saying, hey, this is like my cousin that I just met, and we're cool now. You wrote a whole book. That's what you say in your book?
Good point. That's a good point.
I'm not going to write a book and be like, Kaya threw her panties across the room.
Don't spread that around, because we were just talking about clips, and I have not yet done that. I have not yet done that.
But I wouldn't say it. Yeah, you're right. Let me avoid that. But I could have did that. Like, I would hope that nobody would say that about me.
I would never say that Aaron threw his 50 boxes. Did you get your package?
No, but I did get my membership credits back. So, same thing.
Okay. You know, Rihanna girl, you look good in that interview. You don't want her to get on your ass. So.
I have to do it now. Shout out to Rihanna.
Love her. Aaron BBs.
I love her. We avid.
We avid. But yeah, we talked about Meredith and Monica, but while we're on the subject of Whitney and Heather, do you think, whose side are you on? Team Whitney, like you're literally talking about my sexuality and the things that I do with my husband, or are you Team Heather that has nothing to do with shit? Like, leave me alone.
No, I'm Team Whitney. And that's the honest goddamn truth. That's the honest goddamn truth. Like, whenever Whitney says that, I feel it. Because I'm like, it is. She's not lying. And that's the goddamn truth. Like, yeah. She's not lying.
No,
Heather is the same. And she uses those books. And that's why she was on Girls Trip reading everybody's book. Like, I didn't forget that, because she was taking bits and pieces, and she's like, how can I make my shit juicier? So she decided to write a whole segment about Whitney throwing her panties across the room.
Is it that serious? I think that my thing, okay, we're on the same team, but we're for different reasons. You feel like she definitely exploited Whitney with what she said, and that was very hypocritical because she doesn't want to talk about sex. Meanwhile, I'm like, didn't you go on a full-on date? Okay, when it comes to her daughter, I get it. Don't talk about my child's sex life. Yeah. I'm 100% on that. But she's talking about it like, even when it comes to her, like, I'm uncomfortable with talking about sex. Bitch, you wrote a book called Bad Mormon. You were just on a date with a black guy like 2 seasons ago. You were talking about how you wanted, if I'm misquoting her, correct me. But did she not make sexual innuendos and sexual jokes when she was back on the dating scene, when she was friends with Jen Shaw and she was looking for a man? What happened to that? Why all of a sudden are you now a prude?
She literally, this was last season, and she had her titties out before she got the black eye.
Thank you.
She had her titties out.
Literally.
And MGK was like literally on top of the roof. Like, I've never seen this side of you, Heather. Oh my God. That's literally what happened. So how does your tune change so much? And shout out to MGK, because a lot of people can say what she wants to say, but Angie is just like,
I want to say that I've finally accepted MGK into Salt Lake City. It took me a long time. Y'all been on me with the journey. Hot and cold.
Karen was not saying it. Me personally, they have been dragging her through the mud. Angie K's like, what is it? Like, am I? And it's to the point now where she's like, maybe I am a part of the Greek mafia.
And that's why I respect her.
Maybe I am.
And that's why I fuck with her. Because maybe she is.
I also caught how they remixed this Tinashe song in the background.
Excuse me?
I heard that.
We are not going... Okay, did you and fucking...
Allegedly.
Did you and Paco have this conversation?
I did not have this conversation with Paco yet.
Where's
but
Paco?
I do feel like...
Get Paco on the line now.
I would have to say, I'm gonna play it for you guys.
Well, okay, tell me the song and tell me what part did they allegedly remix it on, because I have never heard anything similar.
It's like literally the first, I want to say 10 minutes. I'm gonna give you the exact, give you guys the exact time, and the song is "Me So Bad" featuring French Montana and Ty Dolla $ign.
Okay.
I'm 1,000% sure that
Damn, you're standing on business about it.
I'm standing on business, but I'm still gonna say allegedly because I'm not paying y'all shit.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I'm just for the sake.
But I just find it funny that you didn't think anybody would notice, because what, you didn't think people would listen to Tinashe?
Who said that? You have this complex.
Feel like you guys are insulting me. Like, when I caught it, I felt like I caught something, but it also felt like an insult. And it's like,
only you caught it.
You didn't think I was going to catch it.
They know that the gays watch Salt Lake City, and especially because Bravo has been becoming more mainstream, they have to know that someone was going to catch it.
They literally remixed it, and then they got some lady to do
over it. Well, listen, pay us the money that you should have paid Tinashe, and we won't tell her. Because Aaron has a very direct line to Tinashe, and you will be dealt with.
And you will be dealt with. But no, you guys just let me know in the DMs if you guys did.
Yeah, no, we just wanted to know who, just so we're not crazy. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But yeah, that's it for Salt Lake City, I feel.
Okay, so I just feel like, unless you have something that you really want to get to.
No.
Okay, so Winter House ended this week. You know when you go in the bathroom and you look in the mirror and you're like, damn, I'm drunk? Okay, so Winter House ended this week. And I want to say that with Winter House, that was some bullshit. It was a good season. Don't get me wrong. But it was a very cringeworthy, embarrassing season to watch. Because we had Danielle running behind a man that looks like every single white man at a gas station that smokes Camels I've ever seen in my life. She was literally running behind this man the whole time she was in Winter House, just because she got, she broke up with Robert or whatever. And I'm like, girl, you are so fine. Like, you are an 11 out of 10. So she was running behind him because they were hooking up. It was cool at first. Danielle thought that it was going to be, a winter solstice romance. And he wanted Jordan the whole time. Like, he flirted with everybody, but who he really wanted was Jordan from Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, and Jordan didn't want him. Jordan would flirt with him back, but not in any other way that she wouldn't flirt with anyone else. And even if it was that case, you need to blame the man that you are hunching on and not the girl that he wants, because it's not her fault that she is wanted by him. So multiple times she confronted Jordan about Alex, and it was just embarrassing. And then we have Malia and Katie. Malia, she said that, she's friends with Corey and she spit in his mouth, and I guess it's because she is like she grew up with older brothers. She was spitting in his mouth. And he's with Sam, who I'm gonna get to next, because that's our homegirl, and I gotta get her. Not in each other. She spat in his mouth twice. but in a friendly way. I don't spit in my friend's mouth.
In a friendly way?
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. And that's why
you don't spit in just any.
You don't. I save my spit for the man I want to spit into. Be clear.
I feel like that lady.
Period.
No comment. Like,
so Malia was spitting in Corey's mouth. Meanwhile, he's talking about he doesn't know he does have a girl, but they haven't defined the relationship. Sam comes to the house. Sam has to confront Malia about literally being all over her man when her man was literally letting his mouth be spit in. So that was her answer. But instead of breaking up with him, because she didn't know about it, but she definitely saw the dynamic between them, which was iffy, she decided that it was the right time to make their relationship official. And so that was strike two. So we got Danielle down bad and we got Sam down bad. When I thought that Sam and Corey was a cute couple, and they're still together to this day.
You're talking to...
And then number three, we got Katie from Below Deck also, who's best friends with Malia. She with Tom Schwartz, and Tom is telling her that he can't say Katie and that he has a hard time hooking up with her because his ex-wife's name was Katie. He did not call this girl Katie until the middle of the season, but they were still fucking. You were running behind a man who can't even call you by your first name, but when he was married, he had no problem hooking up with other women. Didn't matter if their name was Katie, Samantha, LaQuisha, LaTanya, LaToya. Doesn't matter whose name it was. But you were fucking other women while you were married, but you're single and you can't say Katie. Down bad. So we're down bad. Sam, we're down bad. Danielle, and we're down bad with Katie. Embarrassing. All I have to say was, although it was a good season and a good Watch What Happens Live reunion, give us some men worth fighting over. These men are men that are confined when I walk outside. That's it.
And who did you say spit in whose mouth?
Malia spit in Corey's mouth, and we found out that it happened twice.
Okay, so the next season I want to see Malia and Corey again. Because you have to keep it going. You just don't spit in somebody's mouth and then be like, that's it.
They spat in, well, she spat in his mouth twice. You're frozen, dog. My phone. I'm gonna get my phone while you're just fucking frozen. I hope we edit this part out.
Okay, yeah.
You're back?
But
okay.
You guys just don't spit in somebody's mouth.
Okay, that's what I want. That's our third pot stir. I don't know what the fuck the second one was. I know the first one was who would cackle. Who would win in a cackle contest. The second one was a very good one, too. Y'all rewind and go answer the second one and remind us what the fuck the second one was. Because we half drunk right now. And that's neither here nor there. It's
yeah, it was a good one.
It's the end of the year, but that was a good pot stir. The third one is, would you spit in someone's mouth platonically? Yes or no?
No.
Not for me either. Like I said. Like I just said.
There's certain boundaries that you have. You just don't do that with anybody. That's like, you gotta go to like, no. It's just no. You gotta go to Antarctica with that person. You gotta like go to their workshop.
You have to go to the North Pole.
Tacos. You gotta do all of that with somebody.
You gotta get a Friday the 13th tattoo with them.
The matching Target pajamas.
Ooh.
You can't just
with the Meghan Trainor song in the background.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Meghan Trainor. Sometimes. Sometimes she. Okay, so yeah, down bad. 3 women down bad on one show for gas station men. I don't like that. Now, Corey, I will say he look. It's not that he looks good. He's 6'4", so whatever he does, it doesn't matter. He's up there. It's none of my business. But Alex literally looks like the guy you draw when you first learn to draw people. Why are you, Danielle, like, please? Even Robert looked better than that. And she was so mad at Jordan about it. It was literally embarrassing and insane. And then that was my only gripes about Winter House. And then y'all wanted my opinion because, Aaron is really not watching these shows like I am, but I think it was very obvious. No, it was very obvious.
Really?
Like, you haven't mentioned it once. You haven't texted me about it personally. You haven't said anything on the pod. It's okay because I'm watching it.
It's so
and another thing that he's not watching that I'm watching, that I'm just going to put it on the line, Southern Charm. We have Vanilla on. He's going to have to catch up with that because we don't have Vanilla on again. But I've been watching Southern Charm.
It's such a good show.
I've been watching Southern Charm, and I'm about to get in Shep ass too. Last week, fucking, what's that bitch? What's that girl named? Taylor. Taylor is literally still running behind Shep after they've broken up for God knows how long. And tonight, this is before the new episode airs, she's gonna get on my nerves again. But I'm gonna get on her ass again next week if I remember. This is not Real Housewives related. This is like the other shows related. So I need to touch on them because y'all been asking me. And I'm like, okay, I'll bring it up for you. That was my thoughts on Winter House. Winter House is over with. Bring some more fine men on. I know, come to Miami. I'll hook you up with some dudes that you can put on the show. But when it comes to Southern Charm, Chef revealed that he does not make girls finish at all. He says that he doesn't care and that as long as he busts his nuts, he's fine with it, and that he doesn't want to be fucking for hours. For what reason? And I'm like, you got the nerve to be out here cheating and you're not even letting people bust a nut? You're the only one busting a nut on Southern Charm, and he's 42 years old. Or 43. I don't know how old. This man is like a senior citizen and he's still cheating. What? So that didn't even make me mad at him because I'm like, okay, whatever. That made me mad at Taylor. Why are you literally arguing? Like, the city girls are down so bad. Why are you arguing over a man who did not let you finish? She said in their whole relationship, she probably finished like twice. What's to argue about? Have him.
But it's true.
Have him.
She needs to hit up Candy. And she needs to get her one of those roses.
Right. She would never even think about Shep or Austin again. And I'll get on her ass for literally like fucking Austin lying about it, getting mad about how it came out, and that Olivia's mad at her. Sorry, if I was Olivia, I would have slapped the shit out of her. Die. That's pretty much it. So that was Southern Charm.
I also want to ask you, we're not going to get deep into it, but how are you feeling so far about Beverly Hills?
Beverly Hills 8, Dorit is getting dragged like hell. Like, it's good.
Does it to herself. She does it
right.
To herself.
She walks into it.
She walks into it. You do it to yourself. Loving the Kim Richards guest appearance.
That's what I wanted to know because you are a Kim Richards fan. Before we wrap this up, what did you think about Kim Richards and her tissue hiding in her scarf?
I thought she's literally meant for the camera. She's a star. This should show you guys bring Kim Richards back. I also love that she does not give a fuck. Like, they're talking, they're going back and forth. Kim Richards is like, the chicken is lovely.
The way you slurred that one. I'm sorry. You didn't say Kim Richards was like, you said Kim Richards is like.
The chicken was lovely. It's the D'usse, guys. The chicken was lovely. I've been enjoying it. I do feel like they're sitting in those rooms too much. Like, I'm so tired of seeing whoever.
It's like a conversation after a conversation after a conversation. What do you think about Sutton making out with her driver? Like, that was a lot. I don't know if they should say that on camera. Like, girl.
That's kind of hot for Sutton.
It is, but isn't that like, can't you get sued for that because they're your employee? Or that's not them employee? I feel like you're okay.
If they approve and they're like, let's do it, then why not?
But like, you know how many times people do that on the clock and then they go back and they sue? Just like with Kris Jenner, allegedly one of her bodyguards is suing her.
Well, is it her driver or is it Bravo's driver?
It was Sutton's driver because Sutton keeps a driver.
Unless she has it. Damn.
Get her out. Johnny
Maybe
Cochran.
it's her estate's driver. Maybe she has a driver for her estate.
The Sutton's track estate.
Yeah.
I think that I agree with you. It is fun that she did that, and I think that we all have to make out with people sometime.
Especially your boss.
But I don't think that you should be making out with your driver. Like, imagine if we made out with one of our drivers.
All right, guys, that's the show.
All right, well, we love you. We will be back for the pop culture episode, and we have a very special guest for you guys. And we want you guys to have a great weekend. We hope that we have entertained you thoroughly enough, and that you drink a lot, and that you be merry. And Merry Christmas, and Happy Hanukkah. Even though Hanukkah's over, and Happy Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy. I'm not gonna say Happy New Year yet because we have another episode. Damn, we got 2 more episodes before the year's over. So we love your ass, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.